So this is going to talk a little bit about how the Minicon thing came to be. Early on, they had a lot of little MicroMaster concepts that they showed, and we were like, okay, let's do even more. Let's like really investigate all the ways that we could do fun 3-packs. So this is just an early concept drawing that Takara was like, is this kind of thing the thing you're talking about? And like, yeah, that kind of thing. And then that precipitated into becoming the shield, the sword, and the Perceptor combiners. That was really hard, and you can see as we went on in the line, we didn't do these combining Minicon sets anymore. It is a sword. It's not the best sword. It is a shield. It's not really a shield. Perceptor's good, but that's why that stuff went away. Sometimes your goal for a line, your intention, just doesn't look as good as you had hoped. No matter, can't blame the model maker. You can't. It's just not ideal. It happens. Here's some more. So like there was one idea they had for this little catapult thing
for Tidal Wave, yeah,
and that became part of what Tidal Wave had.
That got kind of used, like half used.
So this is Takara's concept. They brought this to us, and they're like, what if one of the Minicons altered the allegiance of the main character they attach to? And we're like, well, that's kind of cool, but that idea of, at least in the States, how we thought of it, you don't want a character that doesn't know who they are. That confuses kids. Simply, you didn't want to confuse kids. But that idea is really cool. And we took that, and we're like, oh, well, how can we make that something different? And that's how Sideways started to, well, what if you had 2 Minicons, and they could combine? And based on what the Minicon combined, that's what changed the allegiance. It was the Minicon influence. And that's kind of, it solved that problem for us.
And it's still also, like, if you go back to the previous image, with that one, the previous one, if you go back, when you talk about Sideways, how when the Minicon attached to him, it would change the chest. So there still was a little bit of the body having an alteration because of the Minicon.
Yeah.
In this case, like it was like a headmaster, but
yeah.
So some of that was still maintained ultimately in the end. So.
And the engineer that does the Transformers, that's actually his racing bike. He is a hardcore speed bike guy, and because his bike was purple and yellow, had purple and yellow accents, Sideways is purple and yellow.
In all of fiction now.
That's how we operate. It's like it can be any color, anytime. You don't have too many purple things. So hey, let's echo this. That's as good as any idea.
And purple always seems to be evil in Transformers.
Yeah. But you can also see here my attempt with what I knew the engineering was going to have to be, like, how do I make a good head for Sideways when the Minicons aren't attached? And it's kind of a weird head.
You got that peg head.
Yeah, he's definitely got a peg head. And then they end up where they end up.
There he is.
Good or bad, that's a judgment. No skin off my teeth years ago. But like this is the deco input. These are the actual Pantone colors we used, and
a character was born.
This is a time where I was still coloring with marker. To do my color inputs, we would either put the Pantone colors here, and sometimes you'll see actual Pantone chips taped to the bottom of these things to show the colors.